Have you fallen down the cottage industry rabbit hole yet? Well, if not, buckle up, Alice, and click on over to the description in the show notes and sign up. Then you can get ready for the most fun induction into the cult of all things yarn and fiber. This will include, but not limited to, free yarn, free ebooks, patterns, coupons, and much more. You don't want to miss out.
You are listening to Crime, Coffee, and Crafts, a podcast featuring two crafty besties who love true crime and a good cup of joe.
Hey guys, what's up?
What up, what up, what up?
Welcome
to our podcast studio.
Yes, mine is not as vibrant and fancy as Heidi's. I'm working on it. I have moved my podcast area several times since October.
It's fine. But Kristen,
we need to do some things.
We're twins, if anybody's watching. We're like death before decaf twins. Yeah.
Ooh. Except I'm backwards and you're forward.
Yeah, just realized that today. So that's interesting.
Very.
Yeah, Kristen's image is flipped. Weird.
I don't understand it.
We both have our left ears close to each other, though.
Left ear. And where's
Weird.
Heidi's left?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's real creepy.
Strange.
It's fine.
So here we are.
Yeah.
Last week was a doozy.
What the fuck?
Hope everyone enjoyed it.
I hope.
Quite a story and it was good information.
I hope nobody cried too much.
Yeah. I hope not.
And I hope no pregnant ladies listened.
So segueing into my story, we are not doing anything heavy this time.
Fuck yeah.
We're gonna have a light week.
Thanks.
But I'll get into that after I talk about Kafifi.
Very important.
Coffee.
Very, very important. Yes, I keep forgetting to drink my actual coffee.
This coffee is really good. So I have a coffee my mom picked up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Joe Van Gogh coffee.
Ooh.
So this is a little baggie. And it's got Van Gogh art
pretty
on it. He was known for his cypress trees and swirly landscapes.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I actually did an art piece with his profile that we aired a while back.
Yeah.
But this one is the organic sea turtle blend.
Oh.
It has vibrant berries and chocolate, and it's a light medium roast.
Sorry. I just almost asked, does it have sea turtle in it?
When I was reading that, I was like, I think someone might get confused.
Yeah.
And think I'm actually drinking sea turtles.
Well, I was just joking, but yeah.
But that's the thought that came across when I was reading it earlier. I was like, oh, I should probably clarify it's not made of sea turtles. But the benefits go to the Karen Beasley Sea Turtle Hospital.
That's what I was thinking. Oh, sorry.
Oh boy.
That was my alarm being like, yo, send out links to some people. Okay, we're good. Yeah. Don't worry. I'm a Pilates instructor and I'm running a squat challenge and a plank challenge right now. So
oh boy.
They'll wait. It's fine.
Yeah, they can wait.
They'll survive.
The link will be up in the episode, but it's joevangogh.com. So you can find the coffee.
I might have to go buy some.
It's delicious.
Yes. Yeah, I need to oh no. She slurped it like ramen. And it got her.
Got me.
A little too far. It's okay. It's
My apologies.
We need to find some more roasters.
Yeah. Because I was going to do another Bones coffee this week and I changed it up because my mom got that other one. But I love Bones so much. It's hard not to do their coffee.
Well, plus you've got the other ones that I sent you.
Yes, I have multiple of that.
And those, actually, because of their memes that they do on their packaging and their names are really funny, they've gotten a lot of traction.
I'm doing the one next week.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It made me giggle. I was like, I must order it. Okay.
Okay. So, artwork.
Yes, please.
I am in the middle of the final steps. When this episode airs, it'll be in April, which April is considered Earth Month.
Right.
And Earth Day is in it. It's usually
420-ish.
I think it's like
422.
22nd. Yeah, 422. Everybody likes to.
Part of our celebration in San Diego was always on 420 for Earth Day. And if you never been there for Earth Day, like, it's a real big deal.
It is a real big deal. And we used to like take a whole day and pick up trash off the beach and the streets. It
trash cleanups. It was amazing.
And because of that, I just sometimes randomly, if I take a walk, I pick up trash. I even pick up trash on shift.
Yeah.
When I'm walking my beat.
I need to get regular about taking a bag with me. I always forget to bring a bag with me.
Yeah.
So, like, I can't pick up all this stuff. But also, like, I don't want to touch stuff with my hand.
No, because you don't know where it was.
Yeah, especially since COVID started, I've been like,
I want to
get a thingy.
I want a trash grabber.
A grabby. A little grabby thingy.
An old grabby thingy.
It'd be cool if I could get one that's like a dinosaur. That'd be awesome. I don't think they work that well when they're dinosaur shaped.
I don't think so. But for Earth Day, I did a painting and embroidery thread art piece.
Yes.
So.
Oh, chisel. That's really cool.
An earth, but I used like glittery metallic paints.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone can really tell, but the pictures will do it justice. But right now, I'm in the middle.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah. I should be done relatively soon. I thought I could get it done yesterday, but too much
life
came up. Yeah. So trigger warnings. There's not much to trigger. It's just there is some talks of murder and terrorization of communities through riddles and codes.
Oh shit. Yes.
I thought that I would take us on a little bit different route. I'm still talking about true crime here, but I thought I'd give us a little history lesson today as well.
Fuck yeah.
So let's hit the ground running, shall we?
Let's do it.
The reason I chose this topic this week is because of the new adaptation of Batman. I went and saw the movie.
Really?
It's very good. I don't want to spoil too much, but
who's playing Batman?
I don't even Robert know. Pattinson. Okay. He's sparkly.
Oh God. The vampire?
Yeah. Yes. He actually does a good job. It was a good Batman movie.
Okay.
But yes.
I get it now. He went from being a bat to Batman.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Well, Actually, it took him several years to become a bat from a vampire.
There you go. Okay.
Yes. He was the sparkly teenage vampire boy, and now he is the Batman.
It's pretty scary, actually.
After watching the movie, I learned that the character, the Riddler, was based on the Zodiac.
Really?
Who happened to be a serial killer who used ciphers.
Yes, he did. I didn't know that was okay.
Yeah. It was brought to my attention by the person I went to see the movie.
Okay.
So,
word.
Yes. To better understand ciphers, I want to give a brief synopsis of what ciphers are. And first things first is, what is a cipher? Do you know what a cipher is?
It's special code.
So you might think it's a code, but a code affects the word, where a cipher affects individual letters.
Okay. Oh, got it.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So a cipher is a system to make a word or message secret by changing or rearranging the letters in the message. For example, A equals G, or
right.
A equals ampersand.
Right.
Which is an and symbol.
Or A is a square.
Right. So
you could literally do anything. Yeah.
Correct. And a code is a system of changing entire words or phrases into something else.
Okay.
And codes are not just secret messages. They can be any symbol or signal used to represent or communicate something else.
Yes.
For example, president, the word president could equal eagle, or
right.
tank equals the number 4036.
Right.
Cryptology is the art and science of making and breaking codes. And a code breaker is a person who solves secret codes and ciphers without the key.
I really wish that I was a code breaker.
I know.
Because I love that shit.
Right? I love escape rooms because they all have
I've never done one, and I totally want to.
Well, maybe when I come out to Ohio.
Next time you're here, let's do one.
Go to Cincinnati and find one.
Also want to do a haunted tour.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's a date. A code. Okay. So breaking a cipher is very difficult if you don't have a key.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Which, I mean, yeah. If anybody who's listening or watching or whatever has even looked at all at the Zodiac Killer, like there are still they cannot figure out some of his ciphers. I'm like, is that the right word I'm looking for?
Cipher.
They still can't figure them out because they don't have the key.
Right. So I will get into more of that.
Yeah,
too.
I don't want to say anything too much because, yeah.
But so breaking a code is very difficult if you don't have the key. A code maker is a person who makes new secret codes or ciphers. Okay. So you can have a code breaker and a code maker.
Okay.
The Zodiac was a code maker.
Right.
Because so you have to go through several different ways a cipher could be coded if you don't have a key.
Mm-hmm.
And also the introduction of computers has made it increasingly more difficult to break a cipher.
Right.
Because you have so many more fonts with different
anybody who's using Wingdings
and yeah. Now, back in 1900 BC was the first technically it was the first cryptology,
mm-hmm.
where symbols were used as letters.
Right.
And it was a simple hieroglyph at the time.
Okay.
And it has just changed throughout the centuries. So more cipher history. Ciphers were really big during World War II.
Right, yeah.
So during World War II, Germany believed that its secret codes for radio messages were indecipherable. I think that's where we get the word cipher from. Yeah. To its allies. So the meticulous work of code breakers were based at Britain's Bletchley Park. I hope I'm saying that right. Bletchley.
How's it spelled?
Bletchley. Bletchley.
Sounds about right. Yeah, that's a terrible word.
Yeah. But they cracked the secrets of German wartime communication and played a crucial role in the final defeat of Germany. In the 1920s, there was a machine called the Enigma. And German military used the Enigma machine developed for the business market, but then began to communicate in unintelligible coded messages. Mm-hmm. The Enigma machine enabled its operator to type a message, then scramble it using a letter substitution system. And it generated by variable rotors and an electric circuit. Jeez. So to decode the message, the recipient needed to know the exact settings of the wheels.
Right.
So this machine was huge, and it had all these different. I'll have to find a photo of one.
In my head, I'm imagining it was like the first of its kind, basically. And it's kind of like the first computer was a huge room.
Oh, yeah. It was just huge room.
Yeah.
Computers were magnanimous.
And now we have them right here in our little hands.
And unfortunately, I think it's dumbed us down.
Yes, it has. I don't need math. I do have a calculator in my pocket. Newsflash, teachers.
Yeah.
All right, carry on.
I thought that would happen, I guess.
Yeah.
So the German code experts added new plugs, circuits, and features to the machine during the pre-war years, but its basic principle remained the same.
Okay.
The first people who came close to cracking the Enigma code were the Polish. Close links between the German and Polish engineering industries allowed the Polish Cipher Bureau, they had a whole little bureau.
Can you just see
cracking ciphers, just glasses and
yep. Exactly.
Yeah. They this Cipher Bureau reconstructed an Enigma machine and read the Wehrmacht's. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I even took German, and I don't know.
Is it WEIR? Yeah. Are you sure it's not?
No, WEHR.
Oh, Wehrmacht's.
Wehrmacht's.
Yeah.
It's the Wehrmacht's.
Except you have to go, Okay, carry on.
The TUI.
I did not take German.
They read the messages between 1933 and 1938. And in 1939, with German invasion looming, the Poles shared their information with the British, who in turn established the government code and cipher school at Bletchley Park in Buckinghamshire.
Oh, yeah.
So mathematicians and intelligence experts, with the help of primitive early computers, began the complex and urgent task of cracking the Enigma code.
Mm-hmm.
And that essentially helped end World War II.
Right.
But also in helping end the war was our Native American, we have Native American history, and the group is called the Navajo Code Talkers. And in 1942, the Navajo radio code comprised words selected from the Navajo language and applied to military phrases. So they took the Navajo language and converted it into codes for our military.
Right.
The initial code featured 211 terms, but during the course of World War II, it expanded to another 200. So they had 411.
Right.
The Navajo language has no military terminology, and most of the code developed was new and instilled with military meaning.
Right.
So, for example, the Navajo word used for ships, and I'm going to butcher this, so I apologize. It was to dene which means sea force.
Okay.
So that Navajo term was utilized for sea force. That's along, awesome. Yeah. I mean, just to think how it was very intelligent to take this whole separate language that
is very
from America,
and it's very specific language because every different
tribe
or
has
group of people all had different languages, and it's very interesting.
Yeah. So along with the code terms, the Navajo code talkers developed an alphabet system using Navajo words. The Navajo words then translated into English and would spell out one of the 26 letters in the alphabet. And before the end of the war, the alphabet was expanded to 44 words by assigning more words to frequently repeated letters.
Okay.
There were 29 original Navajo code talkers, and I have a whole list of their names. I don't know if you want me to say all their names, but
do it.
Why not?
Let's do it.
Charlie,
give them what they
deserve.
They deserve.
They need recognition because they were hugely instrumental in helping end World War II.
Yes.
Charlie Sosi Begay, Roy Begay, Samuel H. Begay, John Ashe Benally, Wilsie Bitsy, Cosi Stanley Brown, John Brown Jr., John Chi. I hope I'm saying that right.
It's okay. You're trying.
I'm really not trying to butcher anybody's name.
You're good.
Benjamin Cleveland, Eugene Crawford, David Curley, Lowell Damon, George Dennison, James Dixon, William McCabe, Carl Gorman, Oscar Ilfma, Alan June, Alfred Leonard, James Manuelito Sr., Caesar Nez, Jack Nez, Lloyd Oliver, Frank Pete, Balmer Slow Talker, Nelson Thompson, Harry Sosi, John Wilfie Jr., and Yazzie William. The Navajo Code Talker program was classified and remained that way until 1968. And in 2001, the original 29 Navajo Code Talkers were awarded the Congressional Gold Medal, and all others were awarded the Congressional Silver Medals. So they were recognized for their efforts.
Yeah.
After the end of World War II in 1945, where ciphers seemed to be extremely relevant, we move into the 1960s.
OMG. Sorry.
Ciphers became a big part of history again. I think I will say that a lot of like film noir or detective stories or like a lot of British detective stories used ciphers.
Right.
Authors used murders that used ciphers. Like it was really big in the wartime era.
Mm-hmm.
And then moving forward, in 1960, ciphers became a big part of history again, but for different reasons. And a serial killer who went by the Zodiac, who was terrorizing the streets of San Francisco, sent their first cipher on July 31st, 1969.
Oof.
The first cipher the Zodiac created was the longest with 408 characters. And I'm going to say they, because there is no true identity to who the Zodiac is.
Yeah.
They say it's man because
we don't fucking know.
We don't know.
I have an idea of the two people it could be, but like everybody knows the two people it could be.
Right. So the serial killer split it into 3 pieces of equal length and mailed 2 to newspapers in San Francisco and 1 to a paper in nearby Vallejo.
Okay.
They demanded they be printed or they were going to go on a killing rampage.
Shit.
So the ciphers were published. This first cipher, within a week, a school teacher from North Salinas named Donald Hardin and his wife Betty contacted the San Francisco Chronicle with their solution. Now, Betty is credited with discovering 2 cribs, which are words or phrases suspected to appear in the message. They're powerful cryptoanalytic tools because once a location can be determined, several substitutions can be identified, which can accelerate the unraveling process of cracking the cipher.
Right.
So once you get that crib or phrase, it's easier to figure out what.
Right. Once you find what some letters are, you can use that hopefully throughout. But that's not always the case. But
and Betty determined that the message would end with the word kill or killing, or even the phrase "I like killing." Would appear in the message somewhere.
Okay.
Her guesses turned out to be correct, and it seemed to be a cipher with the killer's obvious craving for attention. So while the first cipher was called Z408 because of the number of words, the next one was called Z340 and was sent November 8th, 1969.
Okay.
While the first cipher took the husband-wife team only 20 hours, the second one took 51 years.
Yep.
And, might I add, it was not cracked by any law enforcement.
Nope.
Or federal bureau or anybody like that. It was cracked by amateur sleuths. One was named David Orenchak, a software developer. Sam Blake, an applied mathematician in Melbourne, Australia. And Jarl van Eck, a warehouse operator and computer programmer in Belgium.
Fucking A.
So they cracked most of this code, and because it's a code, it's not going to be perfect like sentencing or English.
Right.
So bear with me when I read what the text.
Yeah. It's getting a point across. That's all that matters. It's not going to be a perfect fucking paragraph.
So the cipher read, "I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. That wasn't me on the TV show, which brings up a point about me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise. All the sooner because I now have enough slaves to work for me where everyone else has nothing when they reach paradise. So they are afraid of death. I am not afraid because I know that my new life will be an easy one in paradise death."
Interesting. Paradise. Okay.
Paradise. The third cipher was called Z13, and it was sent April 20th, 1970. It was the Zodiac's shortest cipher and seems to be the most important.
And the most difficult.
Yeah. It starts by the words, "My name is ...
Yeah.
But would the killer really reveal his name? The Zodiac made a big promise about Z408 cipher writing, by the way, Are the police having a good time with the code? ? If not, tell them to cheer up. When they do crack it, they will have me. But unfortunately, this was far from true. The solution even contained the words, I will not give you my name. Zodiac may have been lying again when he sent the Z13 cipher, but on the other hand, the unbroken cipher that followed C for await, oh, no, sorry, excuse my writing. The
C3 was the 3 one, right?
the 32, that's the fourth one.
Yeah.
The Z13 may have given him no. Was it the 340?
That's what I was thinking.
340.
Yeah.
Gave him confidence to truly reveal something significant. But one problem is that the message is short enough to offer multiple solutions.
Mm-hmm.
So the Z32 cipher, which was sent out June 26, 1970, is sometimes known as the map code because it came with a map of San Francisco Bay Area. Z32 is Zodiac's strangest cipher because he put the symbol closely resembling the crosshairs image used by the Zodiac to sign many of his messages, appears on the map as a compass.
Yeah.
But it had the instructions 0 is to be set to magnetic north. Or he put in abbreviation MAG-N.
Right.
This happened to be one of several indicators of Zodiac that they were above average intelligence, because how many people would even bother to distinguish north from magnetic north?
Yeah, and who uses magnetic north?
Sailors.
Yeah, exactly.
People in the waters. I know what magnetic north is because I grew up using a compass on the boat.
Yeah.
So we had to know the difference. What the Zodiac killer engaged in that made it important for him to know the actual difference. What was he engaged in that he needed to know the difference between magnetic north and north? The compass is centered at Mount Diablo. So why was the importance? What was the importance, and what made this location special to the Zodiac?
Yeah.
He wrote on the map, coupled with the code, I will tell you where the bomb is set, in a later letter that was sent on July 26, 1970. He provided a clue. P.S. The Mount Diablo code concerns radians and numbers of inches along the radians. So,
a lot of tips there.
Lots of them. That's why it was considered strange and weird. Does the Z32 cipher use numbers to indicate a position on the map? These ciphers were very difficult for authorities and amateur sleuths to figure out, and unfortunately, the Zodiac was never identified. They have had suspect. Ugh, can't talk.
It's okay.
You can do it. Words are hard, okay?
You can do it.
Okay. They had suspects. We all know they had suspects, but they didn't ever really have enough leads to figure it out. At another date, I will go into more detail about the actual Zodiac killer and his serial killings, but for the story, I just wanted to mainly talk about his secret codes, which caused chaos and terrorized communities while he was doing his killings. The Zodiac did have 5 confirmed dead, 2 injured, possibly 20 to 28 total dead, but the killer claims to have killed 37 people total.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
And did the "you can't catch me"?
I'm the Zodiac.
Yep.
So
there's still time.
At a later date, we will talk more about him.
We might
him or her,
out.
or whatever they are.
We may
Maybe
find out
alien.
someday. We don't know. We might find out that like there may have been DNA somewhere in one of those situations because you just never know. There's so many things coming out now.
I know.
Pretty cool.
It's a lot. Speaking of, I noticed you posted my grandfather's last cold case because
yes, I did because I had to because I was like, holy shit, this is the one.
So last Thursday he was convicted in the murder of that poor lady, and I'll talk about it at another day.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it right now.
DNA is so important, guys, because even 50-something years later, a killer can be caught and convicted, and that person's sentencing will happen next month.
And not, just because they're old doesn't mean that they didn't do shit.
Yeah, but I was having a talk with my dad about it yesterday. I'm a little perturbed because they're saying his sentencing could be 7 years to life.
But that's because that was what it was back then.
I know.
It happened, and that's
so
just the way
wrong.
it is. Yeah.
It's so wrong.
Like he should get a harsher sentence because it's been so long.
It was a brutal murder too. Yeah. And I just remember my grandfather would talk to me about it. Like I was in the hospital when I was just turned 21, and he would come and sit by my side and just tell me stories. And he always talked about that one that he just could never get solved.
That's awesome.
And yeah, I'm happy for him.
Yeah,
that's closure.
That's a lot of closure.
So it's pretty awesome.
Anybody who says they don't carry that shit with them throughout their lives is full of it.
Yeah. I mean, my grandfather retired in 1994. Yeah. And he would talk about it. Like it was his, yeah. So we digress, but DNA gets you your peeps.
Yeah.
Good. It's good stuff. We can solve all these cold cases for all these victims' families and have closure. Mm-hmm. It's good stuff. I know we talk about it all the time, but
it's fascinating.
It's one of the reasons I like talking about these stories, especially if we have a happy ending. Mm-hmm. So back to the story.
Back to the ciphers.
Back to Ciphers. So now we're in present day, back to where the whole story started. And if any of our listeners haven't seen the Batman yet, I'm sorry.
I'm not a Batman fan. I don't know why. I'm just not.
Yeah. It's okay. It's not for everyone.
I'm more of a Marvel kind of gal.
Yeah.
Where I'm like very specific on my superheroes.
Yeah. Well, DC is more violent and graphic and yeah. But anyways, so I apologize for any kind of spoiler you may hear, but it's a great movie, and
if you haven't seen it, turn it off now. Just kidding.
I really don't talk much about the movie, just the Riddler character.
Perfect.
So I thought it was a great movie, and the correlation between the Riddler's new character in this Batman was very well done. So much better than the quirky kind of cartoonish character of the Riddler in the past.
Right.
You know, like you think of the 1960s Batman. I love the quirky pow, blah, blah.
Well, yeah, it's awesome because it's like Riddler, a comic book.
Right. And so it was very campy and all of that. But now, fast forward, even the Riddler done in the Batman movies was still very cartoony and, wackadoo. This one is a far more ominous figure. And while his mission is one that ultimately would seem to align with Batman's, which was to rid the city of corruption, his methods are chilling and leads to graphic murder on scene.
Ooh.
Yeah. Matt Reeves, the director who co-wrote the screenplay, really did his research on the Zodiac. He drew inspiration from the real life serial killer for his Riddler, and it was probably one of the more intelligent and better suited ideas for the Riddler.
Right.
The similarities to the Zodiac are throughout the film, both in his actual crimes and the depictions of the crimes, and in his costume and how he speaks, and then the use of ciphers. So he uses ciphers throughout to terrorize the community and to like get Batman in the side and be like, figure this shit out.
Right.
Apparently Mark Reeves read the book Mindhunter.
Oh, hell yes.
Which also became a television show, and it profiles all these different serial killers. It's really good. So after reading that book, he revisited the Zodiac story and thought, gosh, when you look at the Zodiac who is leaving all these ciphers and puzzles and taunting the police and the newspapers, it sure sounds like the Riddler to me.
Yeah.
He knew from early on it was important that the Riddler not just be a serial killer, but also one with a political terrorist agenda.
Absolutely.
And the target was the city because he felt that the place was unjust. So he was both a terrifying killer who was toying with people with his puzzles, all while revealing why Gotham City was so corrupt. Matt Reeves thought this could be a larger than life terrifying character who has echoes of an actual serial killer, and that's kind of how the Riddler was born.
That's awesome.
I thought it was pretty cool, and thank you to the one who brought it to my attention and said I should do a story on this.
Fuck yeah.
I appreciate you. You know who you are.
I mean, I don't know who they are, but okay. I have some guesses.
Yes.
All right. Word.
I hope I didn't miss anything. I'm sure I did, but
oh, it's fast.
I just thought it was really neat and interesting, and I liked learning about the history of ciphers.
Well,
I like codes. I like crossword puzzles. I like that kind of stuff. So
you need to get a crossword book. I can't get the LA Times here, y'all.
They won't ship it?
No. How fucked up is that?
That's I wonder if you can at least get the crosswords.
Only online, but that's not the same. Come
that's
on.
Not. No, I want you need a pencil.
I need my fingers
to sit there with the pencil. And
my fingers have to turn black from touching newspaper. Like it's a thing. And I'm left-handed, so like my whole side of my hand will be black as well.
Yeah.
From like pencil and newspaper. It's a thing.
Yeah. It is.
Well, that was awesome.
Yay.
Cipher lady. Cracking codes and shit.
Cracking codes.
When you add and shit to the end of any sentence, it automatically
makes it better.
Just makes it better. So. All right.
We're going off the rails, y'all.
It's fine. I need more coffee. I'm so tired right now.
I might have had too much.
Oh, Shiza.
I never have too much.
she's frenetic. It's fine.
I've only made one pot and drinking the whole thing.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the only one drinking it, you guys. This is insane.
12 cups of coffee.
Yeah, but like 12 cups.
I mean, really, it's 4.
It's 4 of that cup. All right. Well, that was fun and exciting and lighthearted, which I liked.
I think we needed a lighthearted in there. Every once in a while, we got to do a little bit of
a little
less grotesque,
especially after my last episode. Holy shit!
I hope everybody enjoyed the episode.
Yes.
you can still send us some ideas on our email or message us.
Yes.
DM us on that Insta.
And wink, wink, if anybody wants to send us coffee, just message me and I'll get you an address.
Yes.
All right.
Buy
we'll
our
talk to
things.
you all later. Yeah, check out our merch, y'all. We have a really cool backpack. I don't know if anybody saw it, but I got one and I really like it.
Design.
Yeah, so new t-shirt design is so fucking cool and I am so excited. I haven't ordered it yet because I ordered too much stuff and I need to stop. But also,
and I can't order anything because I'm a broke bitch.
Broke bitch. Fine. I also, for anybody who cares, redesigned the mug design just slightly.
Yeah, it's blue lettering instead of black.
Yeah,
right?
and
so this is the old one. Do you have your cup?
Mine's the old one too.
Oh, okay.
The new ones I got are Ben's new mugs.
Oh, okay.
So it's black with the teal over it, so it kind of
pops out at you.
Nice.
I like it.
Yeah. Anyway, check it out, and we will talk to you next time. Ta-ta.
For now.
Thanks for listening to Crime, Coffee, and Crafts. If you love our podcast, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. This helps us more than you know. If you really love us and want to support us, go to our website at www.crimecoffeeandcrafts.com. From there, you can join our Patreon, shop our merch, and find us on social media.